Time for Like Curious. The rules are simple. I give you 3 biographical details about a public figure, but only one is true. You have to guess which is the truth and which are dirty, filthy lies. Time for 3 facts about Marlon Brando. Our facts are: he left his pet tortoise to Jack Nicholson. He had intercourse on every continent. He was an avid user of Photoshop. Which one is the truth?
Number 2.
I'll start with Team Afro.
I think we want it to be number 2 in our hearts, as does the audience.
Yeah, I want to see him begging on Antarctica.
Where? There's no hotels.
But there's Marlon Brando. He don't need a hotel.
You don't need a hotel, you Marlon Brando?
Have you seen pictures of Antarctica? It's ice.
His lap is the hotel.
Exactly.
Tortoises live a long time. Brando did not. Nicholson's still alive. We think he left that pet tortoise to Jack Nicholson.
Marlon Brando was an avid user of Photoshop. Marlon Brando loved using Photoshop to prank his friends. One friend of Brando said, quote, he would take people's pictures and put them in places they never were. Then he'd say, remember when we were in so-and-so? And you'd see people trying to remember that same situation. Question, does anyone know what other technology Marlon Brando was passionate about?
The Domino's pizza tracker?
Marlon Brando was really into motion capture technology and creating digital actors. He even went so far as to have himself scanned to create a digital avatar. This is an actual scan. Take a look at these.
Jump scare.
It looked like he got ran over by one of them Daffy Duck steamrollers. Time for 3 facts about Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. Our facts are, he's a father of 9 children. Okay. He successfully won a lawsuit after a botched vasectomy. He finger paints to unwind.
If he finger paints, Roy, if he finger paints, I'll give you $100.
We're gonna go with number 1. He's got a lot of kids, that guy.
Sean is a father of 9 children.
Did it.
9, as we call it, a baker's octuplet. Which raises the question, can a marriage be too healthy? Secretary Duffy had a message for New Yorkers this week. What was that message?
He sent a letter to Governor Kathy Hochul to cancel congestion pricing, which is nothing more than a scam.
All right, you're doing better, buddy. Keep going.
Better, right?
He won him back on that $9 congestion. That's like the New York equivalent of give it up for the ladies. Don't you hate congestion pricing? In a letter to Governor Kathy Hochul, Duffy told New York that the DOT was pulling support for the successful congestion pricing plan, saying it targeted working class people and called the toll, quote, backwards and unfair.
I was with President Trump 2 weeks ago in the Oval Office, and I said to him, Mr. President, we have to kill congestion pricing. And he said, it's terrible, Mike, horrible. Call Duffy, tell him, kill it.
Is Trump still going to be your friend after he sees you making fun of him like this?
I think that's a fairly good impersonation.
I thought it was good, too, and that's why I'm concerned, Mike.
How did Trump announce it publicly that he was no longer supporting the plan?
I'm the king of the world.
Points! He declared himself king. Trump posted, quote, congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan and all of New York is saved. Long live the king.
Trump.
Calm down. He was talking about this guy. This the king he was talking about. I respect Burger King and Gayle King. Them the 2 kings.
Trump want to be a rapper so bad. He's always saying stuff, and then you can imagine him dropping an imaginary mic afterwards. Like, shut your goofy ass up.
But does the federal DOT actually have any authority to cancel congestion pricing?
Yes.
No.
Yes. The program is a pilot program that was approved by DOT and the Federal Highway Administration, and so they absolutely have the authority to revoke the approval.
I'm still saying no.
Only the state's Tri-Borough Bridge and Tunnel Authority can do that,
Wait
Congressman.
a sec.
Booyah!
I'm just saying, Republicans need to be careful about pissing off Kathy Hochul, because you know they're gonna kick out y'all mayor that y'all just bought. You like this suit? I got it from Eric Adams. I look mayoral.
Like a little kingpin.
She might pick me, you never know. This has been Lycurious. It's time now for Missing Words.
Yay.
I'm going to give you some recent news headlines with keywords cut out, and you have to fill in the blank and give us the full story. Here's your headline. Peruvian police officer wears blank to make arrest in drug probe.
I'm gonna say Paddington Bear costume.
Full drag.
That's what we hope is true.
A Peruvian police officer wears a capybara costume to make arrest in drug probe. Michael, you're pretty close, yeah. So officers in the Peruvian National Police's Green Squad often dress up in costumes as a way of getting suspected criminals to let their guard down, and as seen in this clip of their latest raid.
En esta ocasión de esta fecha de San Valentín, Día de los Enamorados, pues hemos buscado mimetizarnos con el personaje de Capybara.
Let me tell you something. If ICE comes to my door and they're wearing the capybara costume, I'm opening the door. Come on in.
Imagine being on drugs and a 6-foot beaver walks in. Like, that's Fortnite. That only happens in Fortnite. Here's your headline. Shoppers left appalled after realizing Trader Joe's sells blank.
People.
Trader Joe's sells sex?
If Trader Joe's sold sex, it'd be organic and overpriced. Wouldn't nobody...
I was gonna say condoms paid for by USAID.
Oh my God, stop reminding us that you're bad. Just take a break from it for a second so we can have a nice time.
Shoplifters left appalled after realizing Trader Joe's sells fertilized chicken eggs that can be hatched.
Oh!
That's right. Do-it-yourself chickens at the Trader Joe's. Even worse, the yogurt-covered pretzels are also fertilized. That's why the employees are so cheery.
Roy!
What?
Roy, did you just make a joke about jizz pretzel?
No, I did not.
Amber,
Yes?
I can be as excited about jizz pretzels as I want to be.
Bonus question. Does anyone know how New York City bodegas are handling the price of skyrocketing eggs?
I do. They're selling Lucy's. They're selling loose eggs.
Is that real?
Would you like a video? Oh, give Amber the video.
It's not loose cigarettes, but loose eggs drawing people to Pamela's Green Deli.
I do it because I care.
Fernando Rodriguez sells a trio for $2.99 at his shop off of Boston Road.
Long live the king! Been president for a month. We selling eggs out the trunk like cocaine. I had to cut down. I'm down to 2 quiche a day. Here's your headline. Blank has its own board game now. I'm gonna give y'all a hint. What major recent historical event has its own board game now?
Kendrick Lamar's halftime show?
The January 6th takeover has its own board game now. Players can choose if they play as protesters or the Capitol Police in a game called Fight for America. Yes, it's like Clue, except the answer is they all did it in every room, usually with the American flag. And unlike Monopoly, this game, everybody has a get out of jail free card. So it's a nice question. Which 1989 Milton Bradley game had the slogan, "It's not what you win or lose, It's whether you win.
Battleship.
Battleship? Oh.
That was the slogan of the Trump game.
I was gonna say.
The Donald Trump board game. Please check this out.
My new game is Trump, the game.
Trump, the game where you deal for everything you've ever wanted to own. Because it's not whether you win or lose, it's whether you win.
Yes!
Play Trump, the game from Milton Bradley.
I think you'll like it.
Can we look at the commercial again and just for a second, just pay attention to the assholes who are playing this game? How much cocaine did they do before they sat down to play this game?
That's Missing Words. We'll be back after the break.